Hello everyone, welcome to e-learning of IT for 12th standard. This video is for 12th standard science students. In last lecture, we have learned how to use for loop in a JavaScript program. Today we will discuss about a while loop. So second looping statement is a while loop. This loop continues to execute the statements as long as the condition is true. So until the condition is true, loop executes the statements. And whenever the condition becomes false, the control comes out of the loop. So until condition is true, loop executes the statements written within that loop. But whenever condition becomes false, the control comes out of the loop. Program control comes out of the loop. Here see the syntax of while loop. First of all, there will be an initialization, then while, specify the condition here, then curly bracket open and close contain the statement block. This statement block itself contains the iterations. That is, it can be a increment or decrement, plus plus or minus minus. First of all, what is initialization? Initialization means we have to declare a variable and we have to initialize the value to it. For example, where I is equal to 5 is the initialization. Then while condition, here you have to specify a particular condition. Condition can be anything like I is equal to 10, I is greater than 10, I is less than 10, or less than or equal to, greater than or equal to. Any kind of condition you can specify here. Then after that, within a curly set of curly brackets, you have to declare the statement block, that is the statements which you want to get executed whenever the condition is true. Then after that statement block, we have to specify a iteration, that is either increment the loop value or decrement the loop value. This is the syntax of while loop. Let us see how this while loop works. The statement within the loop may be a single line or a block of statements. So statements within this loop, see here, statement block, this can be a single line or it can be a multiple lines. If the statement within loop is a single line, then the curly parenthesis is optional. See, if there is only one statement to execute in a while loop, there is a single line statement, then you can skip these brackets, curly brackets, that is parenthesis. So those are optional in case of single line statement. Here loop will loop will be executed repeatedly as long as the condition is true. So loop will execute whenever the condition is true. Note that if condition always true, then loop would be executed infinitely. So after some execution, condition becomes false. So if the condition specified by you is a forever true, it is a forever true value, then loop continues to execute infinitely. So there should be some condition so that will fortunately becomes false and loop exists and control moves to the next statement after the loop. So this is about the while loop. Let us write down a program using while loop. So first of all, for that open notepad. Here instead of notepad, for practice purpose you can also use notepad++. First of all, doc type HTML, then HTML tag start and end of HTML. Within HTML tag, now we will add a head tag. So head start and end of head tag. Within a head tag, add a title tag and specify a meaningful title here. So title can be anything, like suppose example of while loop. Example of while loop. Then close the head tag and now open a body tag. Body tag start and end. Within a body tag, now we will write down a script. So to write down script, first of all we have to add a script tag. Script type is equal to text slash JavaScript. This script contains text data as well as JavaScript language data. Now, first of all, we have to initialize the variable. So for that, where I is equal to suppose 10. Okay, this is a initialization. Then we have to use a while statement. So while within a brackets, round brackets, we have to specify a condition. Suppose I is greater than or equal to 1. I is greater than or equal to 1. Until this condition is true, statement should get executed, that is document dot write in bracket i's value will get printed. And to have a next line, we have to use here br tag. So use here br tag. Then now we have to decrement the value. So for that we will use I minus minus, and then this loop has been completed now. So close the script tag. Now save this program in the programs folder, while.html. Save this program, go to the programs folder and see here file has been created. Now run this file to see the output. Here values will get printed in reverse order 10, 9 up to 1. Okay. Ten, 9 up to 1. If we want values in ascending order, then here our first value should be 1. Then our condition should change here. First value is I. Until this I is less than or equal to 10, values should get printed. So 1, 2, 3 up to 10 condition will be true. For 11 condition will become false. So in this case we have to increment the value. So here it should be I plus plus. Rest of the program is same. So here values will get printed from 1 to 10. Let us see the output of this program. Refresh the page and you can see values are now in a ascending order. You can change the condition also. Suppose if we specify here I is equal to 1 and here I is less than 11, then also see here for 1, 2, 3 up to 10 condition will be true, and then 1 to 10 values will get printed. For this condition also, see here same output is there. But if you specify here 10, then values will get printed from 1 to 9. See here output 1 to 9. So in this way you have to use a proper condition. One to 10 values are printed. So this is the program using while loop. Note down this program and try to execute it. You can run different kinds of similar programs. Try it by your own self. Let us see another example using looping statements. Again open a notepad. Last year we have used functions in a program, right? We were designing a form and then calling a function on button click. So same kind of program we will type here to print a table of any number. So first of all, first statement will be doc type HTML. After that HTML tag start and close the HTML tag. Within HTML add a head tag. So head start and end of head. Then add a title tag. Title start and end of the title tag. Within this, add any meaningful title. Suppose table of number. Then close the head tag and now open a body tag. So within body tag, start and end of body tag. Within this body tag, first of all, let us create a form. So to create a form, we will use a form tag. So form, then you can specify a name of form. So name is equal to suppose F1. After that, we have to accept a number from user. So type here text as enter number to display table. Enter number to display a table. Now after this statement, there should be some control to accept a value from user. So that control can be suppose a text box. So to create a text box, use input type is equal to text. So input type is equal to text. Specify a name for this text box. Suppose name is equal to T1. Then here we have to now add a button control. So to add a button, again we can use a input tag. Input type is equal to button. Input type is equal to button. Then specify a name to this button. So use value attribute. Value is equal to, suppose the name of button is display table. Display table. After this, now we have to add a function. So on click is equal to, here specify a name of the function. Suppose it is a display. Now this is a form. So in this way we have created a form. Save this program. Suppose table. Table.html is the name of program. Save this program and now go to the programs folder and run this file to see the output. So here this layout has been created. Now here you will type any number and you will click here. By clicking on this, table of 5 should get displayed. So for that we have to write down a function, and that function is a display function. So to write down a function within a body tag, we have to add a script tag. So add script tag. Script type is equal to text / JavaScript. Script tag start and end. Within a script tag, now we will add a function. So function, name of function is display. So add here display. Within a set of curly brackets, there will be a body of function. So first of all, declare variable, suppose I, a. Then this variable will get a value from form. From which control? From T1, that is from this text box. Name of the form is F1. So here first of all, value within a is equal to from F1 form, from which control? From T1 control dot value. So F1 dot T1 dot value. This will, so now a will now contain a value that user will type within this text box. Okay, now there is a value in a. Now we have to use this value and print a table. So to print a table, here use a for loop. Suppose I is equal to 1, I is less than or equal to 10, and I plus plus. Here suppose the value within a is 5. Then table of the 5 will be 5, 10, 15, etc. up to 50. So for that we have to increment the loop 10 times. So condition is I is less than or equal to 10. Here initial value is 1 because 5 into 1. Then value will get incremented by 1 for the variable I. Then 5 into 2, 5 into 3 up to 5 into 10. In this way value should get printed. So here we have to multiply a value and print it. So print statement will contain document dot write within a bracket a, that is the value within a text box, multiplied by this I. First of all that I value will be 1. After that it will change. Okay. So plus to print on a next line we have to use a br tag. So add here br tag. Now again save the program. Save this program and try to execute it. So here we can refresh the page. Now we have to type here any number. Suppose it is 5. Click on this display table button and the table of 5 has been printed here. Suppose let us run this program again. We type here 10. Table of 10 will get printed. So 10 to 100. See here how this program works. Here first of all this form takes input in the control text box whose name is T1. So from F1 form, from T1 control value is getting inputted, which we store in a variable A. Then we declare a variable I with initial value 1 and then incremented it. See here first of all I's value is 1. Condition is true because 1 is less than 10. Loop executes the statement. So A contains the value here 10. So 10 into 1. 10 into 1 is 10. So first value printed is 10. After that next line then I plus plus. I's value becomes now 2. Again check the condition. 2 is less than or equal to 10. 2 is less than 10. So condition is true. I's value is 2 now. So A into I. So 5 into 2. 5 into 2 is, that is suppose A's value is 10. Then 10 into 2 is a 20. So second value printed will be 20. See here 10, after that 20. Similarly loop continues to execute until 10. Here 10 is less than or equal to 10. Condition is true. A into 10, that is 10 into 10, that is 100. So last value printed will be 100. After that incrementation will happen. So value will become 11. Condition false and loop exits. Loop exits. So in this way this program works. And how to call this function? This function is called from this button. On click event display function has been called. So in this way we can write down a program. Here instead of for loop you can also use a while loop, which changes will be there. Here I is equal to 1. Here you have to specify I is equal to 1. While loop will only contain this condition. This statement will be in a while loop and I plus plus will be at this point, that is after the statement there will be I plus plus statement. So note down this program, execute it, and also try to write down the same program using while loop. Also you can write down a program to print squares of the numbers, etc. Square, cube. In this way you can write down the program using loops.